Good morning. It is Tuesday. Super excited to be here. Coffee is still kicking in. Energy drink is next. We were joking that we found a post that said, and something kind of fun, but it said, every if everybody was like a action figure, what two accessories would come with your figure, right? With your toy. And so mine, we decided, would be an energy drink and a laptop. And so this morning, the coffee's in, we're done with that, but the energy drink is next. And so I'm super excited about that. And so it was just a fun little thing to say. I mean, I love the laptop idea, constantly being connected to you guys and to everything else that's going on, and trying to find ways to even expand that and what that looks like. So excited about that this morning. Second Corinthians 4, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and looking at what Paul is saying here to the Corinthians, but something to really, that we need to not forget. And again, I know that is said all the time, right? Things we shouldn't forget. But it's things that the Corinthian church was having some struggles with, some things and some concepts that they were, dealing with, that they had forgotten, and Paul was trying to remind them. Paul was trying to explain some things to them. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, he starts off with explaining the gospel. He explains what it is, and the importance of it, and the idea of why we should be saying it, why we should be sharing it. In verse 7, he kind of shifts from telling about the gospel, and he's going to talk a little bit about it in a different sense. He says, but we have this treasure, this gospel, this message, this hope, right? We have this message in jars of clay. Talking about us, just being jars of clay. We aren't the special ones. We aren't, the crazy important gold line things. The gospel is. And we aren't that way, because we need to express the gospel's importance to show that the surpassing power belongs to God and not to us. This is what Paul is saying. Verse 8, we are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed. In verse 10 is what he says, and I want to focus on this morning. Always carrying in the body the death of Jesus. Always carrying in these jars of clay the death of Jesus. Always explaining what happened, so that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in our bodies. Always carrying the death, always understanding what the gospel means, always living out the gospel, that Jesus came, he lived a perfect life, and he died. If he doesn't die, if he's not crucified, if he's not, then the payment is not being made. Right? Reading in the Old Testament, you see the sacrifices and the precision that had to be done for the sacrifices to count. Because God is God. He is holy. He is blameless. He is just. And so it needs to be perfect. It needs to be a very specific way. Jesus had to come and die, so we carry it. This is the gospel. We carry this in the body, this death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in our bodies. For we who live are always, verse 11, for we who live are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that the life of Jesus also may be manifested in our mortal flesh. So death is at work in us, but life in you. He's saying, listen, we need to constantly be aware that what we should be showcasing is a type of death, not the type really, but the type of death that we sustain every day. We die to ourselves. We kill ourselves. We allow ourselves to be buried. And when I say ourselves, not our physical bodies, where that might come into play sometimes, like when martyrdom or that type of aspect needs to happen. But on a daily basis, mentally, emotionally, you die. You sacrifice yourself. So when you wake up in the morning, the world would tell you you should Ask questions about what do you need? What is going to be best for you? What is going to make your day the best that it can be made? A Christian wakes up and says, no, what I'm going to carry around today is how can I die to make Jesus look better? What can I give up? What can I sacrifice? How can I change? How can I give up my rights, give up my freedoms, give up my desires, give up my feelings? How can I give up? How can I die so that Christ is magnified? I don't go around the rest of my day thinking, what can I do to make me better, make me feel better, make me look better, make me sound better, make me smarter, make me whatever it is, richer. It doesn't matter. Those are not the questions that we ask. We ask ourselves, how can we best honor God today? Is there somebody that I need to be loving to? Do I need to show love to somebody that constantly shows me hate? Do I need to give of something that I have, money, time, resources, talents, whatever, to somebody that, or to something that I may not see an immediate investment or return on? And do I need to give up a dream or a hope that I have because it's my hope and dream? It's a selfish thing. It's a focused thing on me. Is there one of those that I need to give up because it's preventing me from doing what God wants me to do? And again, it's not that we don't ever get to do things that are fun. The scripture teaches, and it's very clear, that as we do this, what we end up finding out is that we end up better than we could ever think. So it is like a child who wants to, Susie likes helping me cook, right? So she'll be in there and she wants to help me or her mom cook. We both kind of do that in the kitchen there. We both enjoy it, so it's fun. I like when the kids want to do it too. So she wants to help cook, right? So she wants to stir. She wants to have fun stirring the thing. But sometimes it's too hot, right? Or there might be grease that splatters out. And I know that because I'm older and I'm understanding of it. So I know she wants to have fun in stirring it. But I know if she stirs it right now, I know that if she does what she wants to do, it is going to hurt her. It might give her a moment. She's like, oh, I'm stirring. And then it happens. And so I tell her, no, you can't stir, which makes her upset. But then later in the process, when it is good and it is safe, then I ask her to do it, and then she has fun. She doesn't know that I've helped her stop, I've helped her stop a pain. I've helped her stop something that was going to take away her fun. She thought I was taking away her fun, but what I actually did was save her from being injured and taking away her fun even more. And then give her the opportunity to have that fun later. And I know it's a weird analogy, but I hope you can follow it. This is what God does for us. When we die to ourselves, when we allow ourselves, when we wake up and we ask God and we allow God to lead us, there might be things that we think we want to go do. There might be things that we think will make us better. There might be things that we think will bring us joy. And here's the benefit. You have to think of the full trust and hope and faith in God. If that is a good thing for you, if that is the right thing for you, God will let you do it. God will bring that into your life because God will bring good things to your life. God will give you good things. If God doesn't allow that to be a part of your life, you have to have the faith and trust in Him to know that that is a better thing. It is better that you don't have it. Because if it was better that you have it and He kept it from you, then He's not a good Father. Then He's not a good God. And there's a trust, there's a dynamic there. There's an understanding that I'm going to put full faith in God to know that this is the death that we carry. The gospel that we carry is that He is a better leader for me than I will ever be for me. He loves me more than I can ever love myself. He wants me to enjoy life more than I understand the ability to enjoy life. And so if I trust him, and I tell people this and I talk to people, you have to trust God. The gospel is this: give up of yourself and know that you are a sinner. You are not God. You are not the one. You mess up constantly. You make mistakes. You don't know. And because of that, you can't have a relationship with God. But Jesus came. He did die. He died to himself. He died and sacrificed himself to give himself up to God. And because he did that, now you can actually have a life that is joy-filled, that is correct, that is the best for you. And it's a dying. There's times, right, where Susie and my kids don't want to do what I'm asking them to do, even when what I'm asking them to do is helping them, is saving them. And we have to understand that's the same mindset that we have with God sometimes. God, I want this job, and I really, really want it, and I know this is going to be good for me, and this is what is going to help me, and everything else, and we don't get it, and then we're like, God, why? Why didn't I get this? And you're mad and you're angry. And instead, not saying we can't be upset, like, God, I don't understand. Why didn't I get this? Explain it to me. I know that you're right. I know that this is wrong, but what did I miss? What did I not see in this job? Or what does happen? And maybe you won't show me. Maybe I don't get to see that. That's okay. I still trust you. I still love you because I know that you want what's best for me. It's not an angry complaint to God that you didn't get the job, you didn't get the relationship, you didn't get this thing, or this thing happened. It's not an angry, it's a, this hurts and this is hard, but I trust you. And that living out that death, carrying those death things with us that we are constantly dying. When someone says, hey, do you want to go do this? Yeah, I technically do, but I'm not going to, because I know it's not what's best for me. I know that God tells me not to do that, whatever that thing is. Hey, do you want to go to this thing? And tell teens all the time. You get invites like, want to go to this party and get drunk and get high and have sex and do all this other stuff. Yeah, actually, I mean, my flesh, yeah, I want that. It sounds fun, but I know it's not. And I know that God is saying no now because there's something better, that he's saving me for something better. He's helping me not go through the pain and the suffering and the other things of this. I don't see it now. Like, I mean, I agree with you. This party looks nice. This job looks nice. This relationship looks nice. This idea looks nice. This house, this looks nice. Whatever it is, like, I enjoy this, and I think I would enjoy it. And if it's a good thing, God will bring it to me. But if it's not, then that means that there's something better. That means that there's something different. There's something that's over here that God says I should get more than that. And yeah, I think that's fun. That looks exciting. But I'm not going to do it because I know Scripture tells me that's wrong, and I'm going to die to myself. And that is the gospel we carry, because then people go, that's so weird. Like, you trust somebody that you can't see or feel or you've never talked to. You trust somebody that much to know what's better for you than you know? Yeah, I do. And that's the gospel. That's the evidence of God. That is what I can share with people. I can tell people about God all the time and how they don't go, I don't want them to go to hell and everything else, but when they see me carrying around the death and I'm dying to myself and I'm preventing myself from doing things that may or may not be fun because I know I trust God, they start seeing that trust, they start seeing that faith that you're putting in him. That is better than anything that you'll ever tell them. And so that's what I see in 2 Corinthians 4, verse 10 here. Always carrying in the body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be manifested. They get to see the glory and the magnificence of Jesus because you're dying to yourself. You're not doing something. You're not getting mad when somebody treats you incorrectly. You're not responding incorrectly. You're showing grace. You're showing love. All of the ways that we can die to ourselves. We do that on a daily basis, and it shows Christ to the world. And that's what we need to do. So, let me say hi to you guys this morning. I'm so glad to be here. Christy, good. She says happy. Sorry. Happy Tuesday morning. Zara, good morning to you. Shirley Bikeman, good morning, Dad. Good morning there on YouTube. Renee, good morning, Mom. Anna Moore, sweetie, good morning. Martha Stratton, good morning. Linda Napperstick, happy Tuesday. So glad for Tuesday. Laura Compton, good morning from the kitchens of Villa. Laura, I just thought of something, man. We gotta team up. We need to do a kitchens from the kitchen of Villa. It randomly just popped up, but I like it. And we need to do so RT, right? He had his baking where he did his chocolate pie. We need something. We need something. I like it. I don't know what yet, but I want to do it. From the kitchens of Villa, the kitchen of Villa, Villa's kitchen. I don't know. We can call it, maybe we got to come up with something. I like it. We can share some recipes. We can make a little recipe call. I'm digging it. I think this is something we can do and share. I'm gonna have to get you on board with this. Man, I'm excited about that. That threw me off. I'm excited. Olivia, good morning to you. So glad to have you this morning. Man, my brain just went bloosh. It just blew up. I like it. Yeah, Comptons are in the kitchen of Villa. I love it. We're gonna have to do this kitchen of Villa thing. Yeah, the kitchen of Villa. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. Maybe we just do it. Maybe we can make it a big thing. All right, we'll bring people in different points and do different recipes. If someone has favorite recipes and they want to share, and we can have them cooking. There's something there. I think there's something there. That could be a lot of fun. Kitchen of Villa, sharing recipes. We'll have a side thing, where you can download all the recipes that we've shared in the past, making the videos. Yeah, start that branding. I'm thinking Kitchen of Villa is going to have to be something. You guys are going to show up one day and there's going to be another design right here. And it's going to say Kitchen of Villa. And yeah. From the kitchen of Villa. I'm loving it. I think this is fantastic. Because, right, we can add we can do all kinds of sorts of things. We can do desserts, appetizers, entrees. We can, oh, man. I'm thinking, this is good. I don't know why. It just, literally popped up. I'm sure someone's thought of it before. Because, right, there's no new idea under the sun. But it's new to me in this moment. And I'm loving it. So I think we're going to have to do something with this. I'm liking this idea. All right. Well, my brain is blown, so I'm done. Yeah. I love it. I love you guys. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we will be back at it. See you here tomorrow at 10 a.m. And yeah, let me know, comments. If you guys watch it later and you like the idea of Kitchen of Villa, give us a like, make a comment, and we'll be excited to try to figure this out. I think we're going to make this work. I don't know how, but we're going to do it. So talk to you guys later. Bye.